Right then guys, here we go, back to Freshwater Bay for this latest course vlog, and here we are on the first opportunity for an ace as usual, uphill par 3, and we've got the red flag out today, meaning it is playing a little bit shorter, but as you can see that flag is really tucked away. Put it out wide of the green, pretty much pin high, and then cozied this little chip on up to the hole, and we will check out on the first with a par. And what you'll notice today is that the weather is actually a little bit better than we've been used to. Very, very nice day out there, and you'll see later on when the coat comes off. As usual, the driver is misbehaving itself, still unable to deliver any kind of performance from the driver at the moment, but that drive puts us in a bit of a predicament on this par 4, so just punch a 7-iron up there. That leaves an 8-iron in. Don't want to be outright on this hole because you're dead down there, but I did bail out quite a way left, leaving us with this awkward little chip over into the green. Very narrow green here, and unfortunately hit the bank and rolled out to the other side of the green there. Did think about taking the putter from the edge, but then decided otherwise. We all know over the course of my last few course vlogs how well I've been chipping with the gap wedge. So keeping up that confidence and throw it in close again, and we're going to get out of here with a double bogey. So we're 2 over at the moment, nothing too drastic to be worried about. If you are new to the channel, my course handicap for this particular club is 21, although I'm currently playing at about a 12 handicapper, 12 to 15, depending on how I'm playing on that day. So no ace on the third, but a decent enough shot with the 9-iron. Again, gap wedge from the fringe puts us in range for the first putt on this hole. And I say the first putt because I stabbed across that one. My own fault there that we're picking up another bogey as we head out onto the fourth. 310 yards uphill all the way, and I'm aiming out way right because as of late I've been getting more of a hooky pull than a full draw, and for some reason that one just went straight out right. Anyway, managed to find the ball out here, and we got a 7-iron in. Decent enough effort, but it has left us short of the green, and we fetch out the 56 degree to try to recover position, but unfortunately that's a bit stabby as well and leaves us with a long effort to make par here. As we know, I'm pretty good at long range putts, just not on this occasion. Leave it about 2 or 3 feet short, and this will see us card another bogey here. Let's move on to the par 3 fifth, 167 yards, play more like around 150 from this particular tee box. 7-iron in hand, and pretty decent effort, pin high, just off the fringe here, and again decide not to get the putter out. This time, just again a little bit short with the chip in there. Has left us a nice comfy range though, and we roll that in, right edge for a par. So the right to left sloping par 4, 384 yards. You've got to get the ball out right. So that's where we're aiming. That's where it's going. But that isn't where it's going to stay. Wasn't actually that great a shot, if I'm honest. Pretty low. Leaves us with this 7-iron that I've just had to basically get back into play. And I'm trying to get back up on the high side of this hole. Leaves us with about 110 yards in. Pitch and wedge. Didn't really give it full beans. Got a really nice kick off the bank, and it leaves us with this putt for par. Happy with that one, as you can tell by the fist bump. It's a very difficult hole, that one. Stroke index 1, I believe. And then we move into hole 7. Again, fire it out right. But as usual, it's come back down to the left. Not a good shot with the second there with the 7-iron. And then that leaves us with another 7-iron in. Hit that there with 154 yards to the green. And once again, we come up pretty much pin high. Just a little inaccurate from that distance. Gap wedge down. It's left us with a putt to tidy up here for a bogey. And that one screeches to a halt just ahead of the hole. Thought that was going to easily head in. And wouldn't you know it, let's have a quick practice putt, seeing as there's nobody up behind me. I want to see the pace here on this green. And yeah, there you go. That's the kind of pace you need to roll it in. So, stroke index 3, this one, par 4, hole 8. Need to get a decent drive away. Not too bad, considering where we've been putting the drives as of late. But look at this lie. All that grass overhanging the ball. Wasn't confident, stood over it. Really should have took less than the 7-iron that I had in my hand, if I'm being honest. I was just trying to progress the ball forward though. And that's left us with a tricky shot from this position here with a 9-iron. Actually went into the path, and we did take a drop. But we've ended up left of the green with the 9-iron. 56 degree. Let's punch it onto the green and give ourselves a putt. That one slides by to the right. Once again, it's a double bogey on the card. So, hole 9, just before the turn here. Par 4, 328 yards. More of a guided drive, this one, because we got bunkers off down the right-hand side. We got the path down the left-hand side. But now look at the stance that I have stood over this ball. 8-iron. Decent effort. Ball drops out my pocket. And again, pretty decent effort. We get it up to the front edge of the green. Didn't fly it all the way that we really needed to. And obviously this puts us in a pretty difficult position putting wise. Didn't give it enough. Wasn't accurate enough. And then obviously that means there's always the chance of a 3-putt, which is what we end up the back of this round with. It is another bogey on hole 9. So let's just take stock of where we are currently as we make the turn. We've got 3 pars, 3 bogeys and 3 doubles as it stands. Not too bad, but let's see how we can get on throughout the course of the back 9. So here we are, hole 10, par 4, stroke index 12, 306 yards. Let's see if we can put a decent drive on this one, which we do. It's a bit leaky down the right-hand side, but not our worst drive of the day. Leaves us with a gap wedge in. Shot there was about 105 yards, and once again we're about pin high. So just need to dial in the accuracy a little bit, but we are making moves. Birdie put that there, had to go for it. Leaves us with this short tapping for the par, and a good way to start the back 9. So hole 11, stroke index 6, 480 yards, par 5. Let's see if we can get this one down the middle and get on and moving really down the back 9. Not a bad effort, but it does trickle off down the left-hand side again. Now this is a strategic error here. I've got very greedy with a 4-iron in hand. I should have took much less club here. That puts us in a really tricky position here. I've got a 9-iron, again, strategic error. Literally just batting it out of there and to get it into position. 7-iron, leaks right. So we've had some poor shots consecutively there as we've made some bad decisions. But I decide here I'm not going to make the bad decision I'm just about to. I'll walk away. I want to reset. Something over the ball, I just didn't feel it. So I walk away, reset the mind, and here we are with the 60-degree wedge. Land it exactly where we want to land it and nearly jar it. So we walk out of here with just a bogey and move on to the second consecutive par 5. Low drive here that doesn't actually go very far because it gets caught up in the rough. So we've got the 7-iron again. Another slappy kind of shot down the right hand side. Not getting the distance. Should have really had sort of a 9-iron in hand there from out of that rough. I would have progressed it much further. And again, another probably strategic error you could call this. 3-iron, trying to be ambitious, trying to go for the green. And we've ended up just here with the 8-iron. But remembering that we're still only on our 4th. This does roll on down to the very edge of the green. This is about a 35 to 40 foot putt, and you are not going to believe this. Oh yes, we've sunk it for the par. 4 horrendous shots, to be perfectly honest, on this par 5 hole, and then we go and bang that in from such a long range out, and that really inspired me for the rest of the round. So here we are on the par for 13th, and again I've got a little bit right hand happy, and we're in this hollow. Again, another strategic error there, taking too much club, ended up hitting the bank in front of us. 56 degree here, absolutely nailed it, and just past the flag, which was actually at the front of the green. Very difficult to make that pin position, if I'm being honest, but I'll take that putt. And I think, to be honest, on this hole, getting out of here with a bogey is actually pretty decent. Right, the signature hole at Freshwater Bay, the par 3 14th, 8-iron in hand. Not a bad effort, just a little bit short. Got the gap wedge again here, trying to bump it on in. Just overcook it a little bit. Leaves us with a tricky comebacker for par. Unfortunately, we leave that one a little bit short. And in for bogey. So here we go, back-to-back par 3s here with the par 3 hole 15. And a 6-iron from the tee here, a bit slappy with the shot. Leaves us short of the green, and it's a pin that's tucked extremely far left anyway. 60 degree wedge here is totally bladed through the back of the green, and horrendous shot if I'm honest. 60 degree again here, just trying to get it back into play, but as you can see the slope away here is horrendous, and I'm really happy tidying this one out for a bogey if I'm honest, because that could have been so much worse because of where we were positioned out the back there. Hole 16 is a drivable par 4 in the summer for me. Left hand side is a sort of bailout fairway, and we've ended up on that, and then it's pushed the ball down to the right. We've got 56 degree wedge in hand now, and we just punch that one in and very close to the pin. Chance at a birdie. Yes, very nice. So as you can see there was somebody in the farmer's field next door walking his dog. I'd noticed the dog as I was walking down that hole, but wasn't really paying attention to the guy that was walking the dog, and he'd seen the shots running down that fairway and seen that we'd got a birdie, so lovely stuff there. Nice greening regulation. Okay-ish putt there. This was a terrible one. I think it's further away now than it was from the original putt. Just wasn't concentrating for whatever reason. So off the back of a birdie on the last hole, we sink that one for a bogey with a 3-putt. Last drive of the day, and it's pushed down the left-hand side. Okay for distance, would have rolled out nicely had it been in the fairway. 7-iron here, caught chunky, and we're heading into the pit of despair. I've not really shown this on the channel before because we've been in here but never really showed it from this angle, and as you can see, not the greatest of shots. It hit the bank in front, but I really got lucky. Spun out onto the green. Decent put there for the par effort, and we're going to close the round out with another bogey, and we'll finish off with an 83. A suitably good round. Once again, it's actually my best score on the course. And we finish out with 5 pars and a birdie. And to be honest, we kind of stopped the slide in the second half of the round with the doubles. Only 1 double bogey on the back half of the round. Pretty good going, but I think you'll agree if I can start to get the ball off the tee a little bit further, I'm going to be shooting some sub-80s. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this course vlog. If you have, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and there'll be some links here so that you can see some of my other course vlogs if you're interested. See you next time, guys.